I was just asking myself, like, am I allowed to do this? But you know what? I'm just expressing myself creatively. I feel like it's normal. It's not really the word I'm looking for. It's natural. It's natural for a girl, a woman my age to... No, I said it right the first time. A girl. It's right for a girl my age. Okay, I'm 22. I'm still supremely young, okay, in my youth. Yes, I am mature, but, okay, still young, which means I still have certain things like celebrity crushes. And I think that's just what happens to girls who are my age and my generation, like, and I think it's okay. And I feel like it's a part of my personality to talk about my celebrity crush. And it's kind of like low-key a way that I express myself artistically. I also feel like when I talk about my celebrity crush, because I just like want to get it out. I'm so in love, and I just want the world to know that I support him and that I love him and that, like, there's nothing y'all could say. So with all that being said, right, I want to talk about Shawn Mendes with long hair. I do. I want to give his long hair era just its own love and acknowledgement and appreciation, because we got the buzz cut, baby. We got the buzz cut after the long hair. Buzz cut. He went to like a different era of himself, and I loved it because he got like really, really dark, low key. He's still kind of dark now, but with Wonder, long hair Shawn was a different Shawn. Y'all can't tell me that it wasn't, because Wonder was its own era. And I appreciate Wonder for what it delivered, which was Shawn Mendes with long hair. No, I'm like 25% joking. But I'm sitting here and I'm looking at these pictures of him on Pinterest because, yeah, that's what I'm doing. Looking at these pictures of him on Pinterest with long hair, and I'm just like, oh my goodness. I hope he comes back one day. Truly, because can I just tell you something? Wonder, the experience, the live performances that he has, I love them. They're so freaking raw, and honestly, I feel like they balance out the effect of him not going on tour just because they're so well done. They're so well done. And I also love that there is no audience at all. When I watch them, I can feel like the only person in the audience. I can react like I'm the only person in the audience. And I can just sing it like I'm the only person in the audience. And I love that about them. And his vocals are freaking heavenly. Y'all cannot tell me that man's vocals is not otherworldly. One of my favorite performances of his is Song for No One, because that song is so explosive. It's just so seductive and soft and sweet and gentle in the beginning, and he's kind of like drunk a little bit, so it's a little bit all over the place, but I love it for that reason. And all of a sudden it gets super duper loud. It gets loud and it gets exciting and it gets like boom, 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 and he wakes you up. He like sings you to sleep, and then he wakes you up with the ending of Song for No One. And in a live version, he takes those vocals to a whole nother level. I love the live version. Can we just talk about the fact that also the acoustic version of Wonder, phenomenal. But let me get back to the point that I was saying before I kind of went on that tangent about the acoustic version of Wonder. The live performances end up being so freaking great. Like, I love the version of the song that he does when it's live, because he changes it a little bit. He adds like it's just less calculated. It's just more like you can feel him feeling it, you know what I mean? And it's evident in his vocals because they just feel better. They vibrate just so much more, I don't know, willfully, deliberately. And it's just so beautiful. And it makes me appreciate the studio version because it is so put together. It is so clean. It is so just exactly what he wants it to be. But when it's live and he start doing them freaking high notes and doing all this cool, beautiful, creative stuff with his voice that he doesn't do in the studio version, I think it's so phenomenal. And I'm really not mad at him for the whole like Wonder Tour cancel thing because, you know what? What if it wasn't even necessary for Wonder? I appreciate that album so much, which is why I feel like I talk about it so much. It's so relevant to me in my universe, in my world, because of what it started in my life. What it started was this change in my perspective that ended up being bigger than just his music. You know, his music, I feel like, knocked down the first domino. And then after that, things just started happening that all work in my favor. And I think that, excuse me, when I don't tell people that I listen to Shawn Mendes anymore because they make fun of me or they see me like looking at like one of his videos or something, or I'm watching something that's with him or whatever, and they'll be like, who's that white boy? And it makes me like I'm like and some people just, they aren't as open-minded. But it's like, this is the type of stuff that I like. I can control that. And so because I find that my music taste is just a little bit different than the people who are around me, I feel like I just have to be careful with like putting it on display, because the music means so much to me and it does so much to me. But when other people hear it, they just hear me listening to a white boy, and that image in their head just overpowers all of the other stuff. And it's just like, okay, anything else that I say is just doesn't matter. And I get it that the subject matter may not be heavy. It may not sound so full. It may not come off as spiritual. But it resonates that way. And I don't just listen to any artist. And that's the thing. Like with me, my relationship with music is so intimate that I tend to only listen to one artist at a time. I don't like mixing my music, anymore. So if there's a period in my life where the only thing I can stand to listen to is this one artist, then what am I going to do about that? What am I going to do? And I had that with Shawn Mendes. I did. Where literally there was just a time in my life where all I could listen to was his songs. And it's like, what? Literally, I'm not even kidding. I grew up on listening to like Lil Wayne and freaking farther than Lil Wayne, like Lil Kim, freaking Missy Elliott, like Timbaland, like Usher, Aaliyah, like DMX. Like, I'm talking about that's what I grew up on. So when I have these moments where I'm just like, For some reason, I don't even want to listen to that stuff, you know? But I find that it's more like I have to accept myself. Because music is infinite. Maybe my journey with music just isn't what it used to be when I was a kid. And that's okay. Maybe my music journey is specific. You know, maybe it's tailored to me. Who I am as a listener, completely different than who I am as a creator. And maybe that's okay. You know what I mean? Because genuinely, one of my favorite songs by Sean is Lost in Japan. But it isn't even like because of the song itself. Right? Like, it's about what the song can do. It's more of like what the song feels like when I listen to it. I'm trying to explain what it is that I like about this music. And why it can appear surface level. But you know what? I think what it really is that it's not me. I don't think it's me. I think it's him. Like, I think it's the passion. And even though, like, maybe the words that he's using is very, very pop and, like, it's giving you one-dimensional heartthrob sometimes, but it doesn't matter because there's something behind it. Like, in his heart, you could tell in his heart, yeah, he may be saying he gonna need some stitches, right? He may be saying, girl, I'm falling all into you, but he means it. You know, like, behind it all, there's this meaning, you know, this intention, this desire to, like, actually communicate what he feels. And it comes across. I'm not even gonna hold you. Like, those songs he was writing about Camila Cabello, bruh. Those songs make me feel good, which I feel like is reflective of his intention and how sincere he was at the time when he was making it. Like, come on. Those songs make me want to fall in love with him. That is a gift, okay? That to me reflects his feelings towards the music, towards the art, towards just the subject matter in general. Like, that man was in love, because when I listen to him, all I want to do is fall in love. And I like experiences like that. And I mean, I feel like if anything, I should be listening to music that makes me want to fall in love, because why wouldn't I want to fall in love every single day? So I feel like that's the part of it that people don't see when they just observe me listening to some, like, white boy, and they're like, girl, who is that? And why are you enjoying him so much? Oh, man. But I just wanted to get that off my chest, okay? Because I think that's also one of my, like, steps towards just happiness and success and prosperity in general, is getting over being afraid to talk about my celebrity crush, like, out loud, just because of how many times I've literally been made fun of. But you know what? You know what, girl? If I end up marrying him,